Yes, absolutely. I think one of the most common, most sort of ridiculous questions that doesn't have an answer is what it's like to kiss a vampire. You know, everybody expects like a funny sort of. I'm not funny. I can't think of like a witty comeback to that. So I always get really uncomfortable. I don't think so. I mean, the most common question is like why? Why is it such a phenomenon? Why are people so obsessive? I never really have an answer for it because it's sort of an undefinable thing to try to pin down exactly like what stirs people up and incites them. I don't know. The book is oddly engaging, and it's a very fundamental tale. It's just a very sort of simple yet dire love story. It's a strained love story. It's not like a typical easy romantic tale. It's quite scary and sort of doomed. Not really. I mean I've been taken with things and sort of obsessive, but not fanatical to the point that these girls can get. I think the books that I've been sort of obsessed with were the first one was On the Road, this book called On the Road, and then my favorite book is East of Eden. I've read them both like 600 times. Yeah. Well, if I didn't know that he was a vampire, he would be sort of the perfect. On the surface, he's ideal. On the surface, he only ever has her in mind, and is very chivalrous and classic. I mean, in the way that men were supposed to be back in the day, when they opened doors for girls and things like that. So yes, I would approve. Maybe not. But that's a joke. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Rob's a great guy. He's quite sensitive and emotional. I wouldn't say that it's fun, and I wouldn't say that I wish I didn't care. It would be a lot easier if I didn't care, but it is quite stressful because so many other people seem to care so much that I wear to red carpets, which is strange. So. Yeah, it's sort of troublesome, actually.
Movie? Oh, I've been asked everything about the movie. I haven't had anyone, what did they ask about? No one's really, yeah, I've literally been asked absolutely everything. In Italy, I was saying, so tell me your views about Catholicism. And I was like, in relation to Twilight. I was like, well, it's very similar. I guess. My agent telling me you have to go. No, I mean, no, I don't know. I'd seen Into the Wild, and I liked Kristen in it, and I thought, well, you know, she's good, so. And the audition was with her, so I just thought, well, why not? I mean, literally the day before I was staying with my agent, and I was reading the script, and just thinking, yeah, like I couldn't even do an American accent the day before I was doing the audition. I couldn't remember how to do it, and so I just thought, there's absolutely no way this is going to happen. And I was panicking so much as I went to the audition, but I think that kind of worked out. I think everybody else had come in being very, very confident, and I just came in like, yeah, like, and it didn't. I guess it was just different. But yeah, I had no intention of going in at all. I know, but the thing is, and people think they want all that stuff, but then when they know it, it's like I bet you most people wish they didn't know it afterwards, because it just. You know, you look at a movie after, it's like, oh, this guy's talked a load of rubbish about his hair. It's like, I don't care what he has to say. I don't believe anything he's saying. Whereas, you know, when interviews were so... When I guess actors are so closeted that you knew absolutely nothing about them, it's much easier to believe in their characters. But I guess, for whatever reason, well, because it's become such an industry, you know, movies that you know, movies have to be like shoved down people's throats, so they just go, you know, it's a whole different job, be it promoting a movie to acting in it. But it is, I don't know, I think it's, yeah, I'd love it if there's still that mystery where you knew virtually nothing about the actors. Yeah, tons. But then, it's quite good, because when you don't respond, whereas if anyone says Robert, I'm like, huh? I mean, it gives it away immediately. But if they say Edward, it takes me a while. I'm just like, Edward? My name isn't Edward, what are you talking about? No, it's good. I mean, it's funny as well, because people are in love with that character so much that they think I'm him in my real life as well, a lot of fans, and so I can pretty much do whatever I want, and their love for the character transfers onto that, so they kind of think like, they're like, wow, he looks so, you know, dirty all the time, I love that, whereas they wouldn't have thought that before at all, just because I played the part. It's really funny. Yeah. I don't really miss anything as such, but I kind of, you get scared when you're so busy all the time, and when you're talking so much and meeting so many people, you can't remember how you were before. And I'm scared that when I go back to my normal life, you know, you're going to hang out with your friends and, you know, expect them to just keep asking you questions. And, yeah, you know, your life becomes so limited. You're like talking about the same thing every single day. You never do anything different. You know, I don't have anything to talk about with anybody else. I just kind of, and it's a little worrying. But yeah, I never really miss anything. Because I've been doing acting for quite a while, I've always just been able to just leave. I mean, there's nothing I particularly miss. I miss my dog, but that's about it. I guess I miss my family a bit. Not really.